Session blood.
Alright guys, welcome to Dash vs Ranger. I haven't tested too much Dash in the new meta, so this deck is by no means optimized, but I played a lot of it during Arcane Rising, took it to a lot of competitive tournaments, so hopefully you can learn something from this video, and it should be a good game. I think in the Arc meta this matchup was pretty Dash favored, but now with the new arrows and the new cards Ranger has, it could actually be quite close. So it should be interesting. I won the dice roll, chose to go first, and we'll just start it up. That's a great first hand. Really, really good. I'm just going to shoot, play the chamber, arsenal. That's pretty much the dream start for Dash, getting a second chamber in hand. Lets me arsenal the zipper hit as well. So I pitch up to 4 resources, counter, play a chamber, arsenal, and pass. This card here is really, really good versus Ranger. If you notice, they have 3 blade breaks. If you can boost a couple of times, you're going to break an equipment, which is crazy. So he's death dealered out the second shot. So unless he's got to take aim, reload, it's not another arrow. I need these 2 cards to, I need 1, 2, 3 resources to chamber. I'd like to zipper hit as well in between that. So I do have 2 cards spare to block. It's just the question of, is it actually worth, do I care about this 4 damage here? I'm just going to take it. And I think that was right, because now even a ledger we can fully block and have a really strong turn. If my hand was, say, another blue card, I definitely would have just blocked, because it doesn't make my turn any better. But having not blocked, it gives me the options to arsenal a card, it gives me the options, oh wow, he's got another circumshot. I think we're going to block this because I doubt he's got another silver the tip. He's got no resources left. He probably wants to arsenal a card. I think we might even just block with the command. It's close actually. I'm just going to think. Do we want to block with the command and Arsenal a Fate next turn? Or do we want to Fate and potentially even command, because he's going to have a card in Arsenal. A lot of Rangers cards block for 2. So, 1 resource. So we're going to attack with Go again, use 2 resources to load up the pistol, attack with Go again. We can actually zipper hit and command, which is massive. That's really punishing. So, I think we just Fate this. Make sure our zipper hit boost hits. And it will. He's going to Arsenal pass. Okay, so we're just going to do this. 2 with Go again. We pitch, counter, counter. 1 resource left. 2 with Go again. Now we can zipper hit and command. He's taking it, he's got a good turn. He's really not going to like the command. So we pitch up to 3 resources, go down to 2. Zipper hit. Boost. Now we're hoping we don't see a defense react come out from Arsenal here. Anything else is fine. Sorry, I think I'm gonna gauntlets this, actually. We have 1 command in the deck. It gets most value with command. I think it's the play here. And it just swings the life total like crazy. Yeah, we push our advantage. And that's actually an ideal scenario for him. With 12 life ahead now, we can literally just block and pistol if we want to all game. What we're worried about are cards like Ledger. If we up to Ledger here, our turn gets a lot worse. And it's pretty much the card you're most scared of. Remorseless to some degree, but a dominated Ledger is just the absolute worst. So I just don't want to see him as Azalea here. Okay, he's got it. Here comes the Ledger. We have we can block 5. So our options next turn is to just throttle for 4, or play a Teklo-Core. Dominate. Life's not as much of an issue here as just the fact that our turn is really bad. And I actually think Teklo-Core might be the way to go. I think just a 4 damage throttle isn't really... You don't really get too much value from that, and he can block with 1 card, take 1, have a 3 card turn. I think we'd rather play a Teklo-Core, Arsenal the throttle, and then pass. So it's 8 dominate, we're gonna block 3. We can't block it fully. We get Legend. Actually, I'm a little unsure. I'm not sure if the 4 damage is worth it here. It might be. Maybe forcing one card out of their hand or the 4 damage through is good. If it was a red throttle, I would definitely throttle. But I think we just play a Teklo core. We will be more mana efficient with the throttle as well, to be honest. No, we're just going to set up. We've got a life advantage. We can block with 3 cards if we play the Teklo core. Yeah, we're going to do that. So we literally have a block for 8 in our hand, and the ability to swing back 3 times. So unless it's another dominated ledger, we're looking alright. It's a big salvage shot. It's 11. We definitely don't want to use our equipment. I'm just thinking if the 0 to 60 is worth here. It's kind of annoying we have a blue throttle in our arsenal, actually. I'd like to get it out of there. We're okay taking a bit of damage. I'm just thinking of how we can optimize our turn. I don't mind the throttle being in my arsenal for another turn. I kind of just want to block for 6 and then use these 2 cards in the Teklo core to shoot twice and throttle. Which is what I think I'll do. He's really caught right up. Again, I'm unsure. Maybe I should have blocked with another. It's just the problem is this blocks for 2, so I don't know if it's worth missing out on the attack. So we get 2 resources from Teklo core. We're gonna shoot. Go again. And we're gonna pitch. Use 2 more resources to counter shoot with go again. So we have 1 resource. What we can do here is pitch, counter, throttle, boost, shits. I just don't know if he can take another 6 damage. I think we force cards out here. Basically, Verstash, once you get below 10, the guns become a huge issue. The only way I see him taking all this is if he has another knock and a pump, so he can dominate a ledger at me, because that kills my whole turn. Yeah, we force a block out, takes 1, and we shoot another 2. I'm definitely wondering if I should have somehow got that tome into my arsenal. But it's done now. Yeah, we would have loved tome in arsenal. But with Teklo Core, this, Zipper Hit, Overblast, High Octane, we have a really good turn regardless. And the life gain isn't as much of an issue right now. So I'm going to be tempted to take a bunch of damage here. We have 2 resources from the Teklo Core, 3 from here, 5. We're drawing a card from High Octane. If it's just a pumped up Sikkim shot, we're definitely taking this 4. He's going to Death Dealer. And a Ledger, so we're going to have to block with 1 card, that's alright. Oh, we're definitely blocking this. There's no threat of a pump. So, it's going to get one of the Teklo Foundry heart blocks. Now the question is, can we rely on drawing a blue card? If we can draw a blue card, I think we want to block with the Overblast. I mean, sorry, we want to block with the Overloop, because we do get 2 resources from there. We can use 1 to High Octane, but if we draw a red card, that kind of destroys our turn. So I think we're going to block with the Overblast here. So this pops 2 resources, go down to 1 to High Octane, draw a card, and there we go. That is not bad. Start off with a Zipper Hit. Boost. So we're at 2 action points. So, I mean, I feel like I probably made a mistake not finding a way to Arsenal the tome last turn. Obviously, I didn't know I was going to draw a High Octane, but Ranger doesn't really threaten your Arsenal. I could have left that there for a turn or 2. So it's something for me to remember next time. It's probably a bit of a misplay. Now, we're going to force a lot of cards out of his hand here. 2 action points, no resources. We have the Foundry Heart. I don't think we want to Overblast. It's gonna be it's gonna be for 6 actually. That's not bad at all. We can pitch Overblast, no boost, and then use the Teklo Heart. So that's what we're gonna do actually. We're going to pitch, we're going to Overblast for 6. Boost, chits, we go up to 3 action points. And regardless of what he does here, we're going to use our last resource to Teklo Heart, which will almost always give us 1 resource back, and likely 2. There really aren't that many non-mech cards in this deck. So yeah, we're pretty happy with this. Surely we force a card out here. 2 cards. Okay. And we use our last resource. We have 3 action points, so we can shoot twice as long as we hit here to Teklo Heart. And we hit. So we go counter, remove, shoot. Down to 2 action points, down to 1 resource. and then counter remove shoot. And yeah, unfortunately for Ranger, I think this is a very rough spot to get back from. I can shoot 3 times, I can fate what he does, I can Arsenal at Tome. I've got the Achilles here, which all you have to do is boost once, and you get to Tome, and have a turn past that. So he's going to opt. We can actually block a dominated ledger here. We've got Fate. We've got Fate and Equipment block, which is good enough. I think we just use our Fate here. We want to Arsenal Tome. We're going to be using these. The Fate does nothing in our hand. Just lets us see another card from our deck. So yeah, we Fate. We opt. We're fine with the zipper hit on there. And now we just start stripping cards from our opponent hand. We're gonna pitch, shoot with go again, with 1 resource up. Now, something I'll say about Dash is, yes, you can tell the difference between the really good players and the good players, but it's one of those decks that is not very hard to pick up. It's got quite like a linear playstyle, so we're going to go up to 4 resources, down to 2, and shoot again, with go again. And 3 hits of 2 is just so annoying to block. We can win with this hand, unless we get ledgered. We have Tome and Arsenal. We have Achilles. So we'd literally just start our turn with a... I'd say a zipper hit. Pitch the blue card to zipper hit, then Tome. Just because if I miss the boost, I'd like to at least get value from my zipper hit. Because depending on what he does this turn, I may not pop this, I may just be happy zipper hitting. Well, actually what we can even do is pitch a blue card, shoot with go again, shoot again, shoot twice, then 0 to 60. Oh no, we shoot once, 0 to 60 in Tome, which might actually be the play. And we're just going to take this, see what modes he goes with. And getting Endless Arrowed for 8. And if this hits, the thing is we could just take 8 here, because I feel like we just win next turn. This hand is nuts. We take 8. He death dealers. And we take another like 5 or something. I think we just take it. If my hand was anything worse, I would just play it safe, block it up, and shoot him. But I feel like this is almost a guaranteed win here. Okay, if this boost misses, things get a little more interesting. So I'm actually going to zip a hit in time. And it hits, and that should be game. So regardless of what he does here, we tome, we pop the Achilles, which gives you an action point if you've boosted. So we're just going to draw 2 cards. We're going to have a 4 card hand, 1 resource, all the chambers up, and he's going to be down to just his equipment and 3 cards. Or 2 cards in his equipment, yeah. So we go down to 1. We tome. Draw 2. Gain 4. Now we pop this. I'll just have it up for you if you guys want to have a read. So we get an action point. Now we have a full turn ahead of us. So we use our resource to go counter, shoot, go again, strip a card. Pitch, counter, counter, shoot, go again. We get the equipment block. I think we have 1 resource now, but as you can see, it should be more than enough. He's got 1 card. We use our resource to... yeah, we zip a hit here. And that's game, because we can 0 to 60 and shoot. I think Manny played that fine. I got the chamber turn 1, and he only managed to get 1 ledger through with dominate. Didn't see any other knocks. It was just on the back foot the whole time. And Dash is just so consistent that you know, unless if you get a clunky draw or things don't go the way you plan, it's very easy to fall behind and not be able to come back. Anyway, yeah, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Session.
and blood.